It is hot as out here. I am sweating bullets. G'day guys, Mitch here from Speedy's Prospecting. I hope you're all doing well. Now if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you've been here before, well thanks for coming back. Now today I've come back to the creek where a couple of weeks ago I found a gold nugget, the first that I've found. Now I've decided to come upstream a little bit further from where I was the other week. Now there hasn't been too much rain around here for a little bit, so the creek bed is actually bone dry. So my plan for today is to just use my detector, and I'm going to just try and pinpoint a couple of spots to scrape out. I'll chuck the material into a bucket, and I think we might just go home and pan the material back there. So guys, let's get into it. The gold isn't going to find itself. So today I've got my Gold Monster 1000 with me. Haven't really had too much of an opportunity to get out and use it too much. Still trying to get familiar with it. But yeah, we're just going to go over a couple of crevices here and see if we can pinpoint any targets that might be worth a scratch out. So we'll go ahead and turn him on. Just wait for it to power up. Now I am going to start the detector off in full auto mode, which you can see here, and all metal. And I'm just going to ground balance it here, as you can see there, by holding the middle button, and give it a bit of a pump up and down to balance it. And you can hear now the detector's balanced. So here, there's a target in here. If I switch it over to discrimination, it's not there, but I'm going to give this a scratch out anyway, just to see what's in there. Now there's nothing in here. I've started scratching out this crevice here, but I think it might be worth a shot. So I'll give this one a scratch out. And I've just been having a bit of a look around these couple of spots as well. I have found in this hole here, there is something in there. And it is beeping at the gold target, so we might give that a bit of a scratch out, and we might just run the detector up and down the bedrock here a little bit. But yeah, we'll just have a bit of a look around here, give it a bit of a scratch out and get some materials. Hopefully there's a bit of gold in there, and yeah, we'll pan it out at home for you. So I'm just going to go ahead and scratch out some of the material in here, chuck it in the bucket. Hopefully there's some gold in there. We won't know at the moment. It's really hard to know if I'm digging in the right spot, because at the moment I can't test if it's good ground because there's no water here, so I can't do a test pan. But I'm just going to scratch it out the best I can, and hopefully there's some gold in there. They are areas that do have some targets in here, so it'll be interesting to find out what they are once we pan them back at home. So we'll continue on clearing out this area. We'll just chuck the material in the bucket. There are big rocks getting trapped in here, so that's a good sign that the heavies are falling in here. So as you can see, I've cleaned out this crevice, which slopes up onto the bedrock here, and I've cleaned this one out as well, which slopes up too. This one has a bit of a deep crack that I've got in as far as I can so far, that'll have to do for today on these two. But yeah, we'll keep scratching out a couple more crevices. Got 2/3 of a bucket so far, so we'll fill up this bucket and yeah, we'll see how we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and scratch out some of the material from in here and see if we can reveal the target that we found before. There is a tight crevice in underneath this big boulder. I'm just trying to remove a couple of tight packed rocks. Proving to be a bit difficult. There we go. That's the one that was wedged in the keystone. So we're getting some wet clay-like material out of here now, so it's hard to say what's in there, but fingers crossed, it's good things. So I've dug this hole out as deep as I can for now with what I've got. Got a little bit of this wet material from out of that hole to add to the pile, so yeah, we might clean out a couple more crevices and then we might call it quits. So I've just found this crevice here. As you can see, there's a target in there. Rightio, so we'll go and clean this one out. I'm just moving the overburden out of the way, the top layer won't really hold much gold, so what I'm looking at trying to get to is the crevice underneath where the material is wedged in between the bedrock. So I've scraped out into this crevice here and I've got most of the material out. So this is the material that I got for this afternoon. We'll take it home and give it a pan out and see if there was any gold in here. So guys, as you can see, it is hot as out here. I am sweating bullets. So I'm going to call it a day, start packing up and head home. So guys, we're back at home now and I've got a bit of a plan on how we're going to clean up this gold, so bear with me. So here we've got the material that we pulled out of those crevices back up at the creek. The plan is going to use this screen here to classify the material down into the finer stuff in here, and then all the bigger rocks we'll chuck in the bucket over here, discard them, and then after we've classified and got our finer material here, we're going to run it through the high banker, which I've set up as a bit of a clean-up sluice. So we'll go ahead and classify this material into this bucket. It's always good to wash your rocks anyway. Getting towards the end of the bucket now, so tip that in. Give that a good rinse out. And I forgot to put the sieve in. Oh well, the high banker will classify the rest of it out anyway, so we got the majority of the bigger stuff out. So this is the material all classified down, apart from a couple of the larger bits that got missed when I forgot to put the sieve in. But oh well, we'll send this through the high banker and hopefully there's a bit of gold in amongst it all. But we'll find out, I guess. have the mats full of material after doing that run. So we're just going to go ahead and pull the mats out. And we get all the concentrates into the pan. Pull the minus moss out. As you can see, the bigger materials on that. Give the high anchor a bit of a wash out. So that's the concentrates from the run. So we'll go and pan them out and see if there was any gold in there. Make sure all the heavy materials at the bottom of the pan. Go ahead and get rid of the bigger rocks on top. I think I might have just seen, yep, there's a bit of gold in there. At least I think it was gold. So we're just continuing on panning the very last bits of the concentrates. I think I saw a little fleck of gold in there before, but I'm not sure what's in it yet. We're just getting to the end of it now. There's a couple of little, oh, look at that. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. There's a chunk there. Look at that. How cool's that? Who would have thought? You pick up a bucket of material out of some cracks, you bring it home, not knowing if there's any gold in there at all, and look, that's what you get. You get a picker. Without even knowing it, I brought that one home. How good's that? So after running the home cleanup, this is the gold we ended up with. It's a couple of smaller bits over here. Little chunk there. Another one there. But look at this. That's a picker there. How nice is that? So guys, there you have it. Another episode of Speedy's Prospecting. Who would have thought we would have come home with that gold at the end of the day? Definitely a bit of a mystery box today. If you enjoyed today's video, I hope you'd consider subscribing to my channel. And until next time, stay safe and I'll see you soon.